throw it away. Every moment's one more chance to stand up or get in the way. So when I go, I want the world to know I won't beg, break, I'm going away. Every moment's one more chance to stand up or get in the way. So when I go, I want the world to know I was alive. I was alive. I want the world to know I was alive. I was alive. I want the world to know.
Hello and welcome to Zen Joltis Motor Speedway in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, site to race number 20
Yes.
of the NRSL Reebok Truck Series. And join me, as you could tell already, is Stephen Paul III.
Hello, guys. I'm back.
And front row today will be Alex Perkle and Chris Wilson. Zachary Fitzwater and Kyle Matthews, the Kentucky winner, make up row 2. James Shelley, Sky Commons, row 3. Joshua Osborne and Zach Flickinger in row 4. And no, your TV and computer screens are not fooling you. Binky Louvier and Vincel Morego will make up row number 5. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand it over to Steven.
So, like I said, this is going to be a long race, so pacing is definitely going to be one thing. I'm looking at Perkle maybe to be the favorite. He was fast as a practice and fast in qualifying. Tom Shelley and Elijah Gilbert can leave here as the points leader, so that's also an opportunity. Norm Benning fixed their SS trucks, so look for them to be strong. And it's going to be a crazy race. Definitely a lot can happen here at Zen Joltis. 5 miles, so we might see some leaders in the front as Amanda Shelley and Seth Cole in the last row.
Well, they fixed their SS trucks, but as we could tell, Steve Pollard's still not up to pacing qualifying entirely, so maybe not necessarily the fastest trucks around, as here comes the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command has been given. Points coming in. There are 8 drivers who could leave here as the points leader. They are John Irvin, R.J. Reynolds, who comes in 14 points behind the 88 truck, Kev Shear 26 back, Sky Commons 89 back, and last week's winner Sam Young is 90 points back. Dylan Young is 100, Elijah Gilbert 101, and Tom Shelley 126 back. Chris Louvier and Amanda Shelley round out the top 10 in the points, and we will carry 8 onboard cameras. I'm not even going to say if we need them. It's going to be most likely that we do. We will start towards the back with John Irvin carrying the Menards onboard camera. Actually, towards midfield, I guess. R.J. Reynolds will carry the Toyota onboard camera. Sky Commons, the Mobile One onboard camera. Sam Young, the Chevy onboard camera. That's a vehicle. Dylan Young, the Ford onboard camera. Chris Louvier, the Dodge onboard camera. And finally, Jonathan Zorline carrying the AM/PM onboard camera here today.
And also Sam Young, I didn't mean to cut you off, Charles, sorry.
Actually,
Sam Young, he's finished 4th and 1st the last 2 weeks, so I'm looking for Sam to be fast this week too.
Now just imagine if we actually had stats for you to actually go through like we do for the Cup Series.
Well, that would be on me and Charles's bucket list to do for some time before the end of the season.
Maybe not for this season. Maybe looking towards next season.
Definitely. So 5 miles, we're going to have definitely a lot to talk about. We got 100 miles here.
Yeah, one of the longer races of the season, a little bit of a marathon race, should we say. We'll have plenty of lead changes, but only the ones at the line will actually count for laps led in the bonus points. So, yeah,
definitely looking at probably 20 different leaders.
And that's just in one lap.
Yeah.
No,
Binky might even win this race.
Yeah, that would be something. Sabrina Rogers would be somewhere crying, I think, if that happened.
And Charles would be kicked out of his apartment.
I wouldn't be kicked out. I might be fined, though.
Fine.
I might be fined. As the
I'm
pace
just
truck
here.
goes off, field under control, the Red Bull Toyota of Alex Perkle, and the NRSL 250 is green.
As the pace car leads lap 1.
Not quite. Zachary Fitzwater is going to make sure that Alex Perkle doesn't even lead into turn 1.
As Charles Sanford is Marshawn Lynch confirmed.
Huh? Oh. No, that's the opposite. If I get too loud, then I will get fined.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna be the loud one here. Here comes James Shelley, wrecked last week, so here they come trying to go for a good run here.
James Shelley just looking to also improve on what has been a miserable season. The all-time winningest driver in the Reebok Truck Series with 7 career wins to his name.
How about Zach Flickinger? He finished top 5 last week, trying to get some more this weekend.
And already 4 and 5 wide racing in the pack. I think I like what Amanda Shelley's doing there.
There's definitely going to be a wreck here. It's getting insane. People are going below the yellow line, which will be a penalty.
No, they are not, actually. All trucks stayed on the racing surface there, as Jessica Shelton is in a spot you don't really want to be at.
Well, every truck on track is in this shot, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah, basically. As Zach Flickinger now goes for the race lead with help from the 69 truck.
Wait, what?
And through turn 3 and 4, so Binky is not going to lead lap 1, so that's saving grace.
You're going to eat your words, maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
No, she won't.
James Shelley will lead lap 1.
Now, I'm going to say there's going to be a lead change about every lap.
Meanwhile, 4 wide for second. Here comes John Irvin on the inside.
Remember, he is the points leader. Trying to, if he gets that 5 bonus points, that'll definitely help him at an SS track.
Yeah.
Everybody weaving.
This is probably going to be where the wreck starts, somewhere in here.
Well, I mean, Card Pollard started in the back, and he's already up to the front.
Well, they're 5 wide here around Sam Young in the 6.
Yeah, it's definitely going to... Oh, God, they're not going to last. Oh, my Lord. This is incredible. This is insane.
It always is. That Zen Joltis.
Binky is going for a lead.
This is not a drill.
And Charles is going to get fined.
No, not quite. Although James Shelley doing an impressive job of blocking right now.
James Shelley's going to crush my theory if she keeps blocking like this.
You say she?
You know what? The Shelley family is going to burn me at the stake pretty soon.
Yeah, I think so. James Qualls is going to save all of us.
As he has not had a top 5 this year, trying to get his first one.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? His first top 5 comes at Zen Joltis of all places.
Now, I believe the 18 won at Pocono, if I'm not mistaken.
Their win was actually fairly early on in the season. I don't remember quite where it was, but James Qualls gets 5 bonus points to try and help his case to get into the top 10 in points.
James, and he was trying to be the Pied Piper right there before.
He was trying to be, but it didn't quite work out for him, as here comes Johnny Gardner now in the 2 truck.
I want to remind you something. Seth Cole started 42nd.
Yeah, and it's only taken him 3 laps.
And he's already up here.
I'm not going to say anything. We're just going to hold our breath.
They're 7 wide.
We're just going to hold our breath.
And we are somehow alive. Stephen Paul III going for the lead, though.
They are making it work.
They're not going to make it work up to... Oh, my God.
They're making it
somebody's
work
going to get hooked.
We're holding our breath.
84 is going to get hooked
Contact.
into Steve. Oh, this is not going to work. This is not going to work. This is somehow working.
They're rubbing doors down there.
Rubbing doors at Zen Joltis. This is not Bristol. This is not a drill.
57 and 84 were rubbing doors down there.
Steve Paul is going to get banned from TeamSpeak.
559, 84 all in there.
Ooh, Deaver,
now
who also
Deaver
started.
and Shelton rubbing doors.
Stephen Paul III leads lap 3. Oh,
and
there
they're
we go.
wrecking.
Oh,
Big
boy.
one at Zen
Oh,
Joltis. Kyle Matthews is in it. Baranowskis.
Card Paul,
RJ Reynolds. Oh! Joshua Hyatt. Huge hit.
And Kev Plow.
Alexander Rowe is in it. Preston Ford. Elijah Gilbert.
RJ is done.
Zorline,
Blown motor.
Jack
Kevin's
James.
wrecked too.
Caution is out, and the field has taken it.
I think the 0-1 won the race back to the line. I'm calling some BS on that.
Chris Louvier, Dylan Young, William Brock, Card Pollard in it.
That was almost the whole entire field. Binky survived. Oh no.
Look, trying to see, make sure that they don't stack up or anything.
Well,
Looks
there
like
goes
Amanda
RJ
Shelley's
is blown up.
clean.
Well, this is gonna get. I think Irvin made it through the wreck.
Yes, he did. He was in front of it.
The one's got some damage.
We actually, 31's got damage. He was in the outside wall.
Talk about a brutal hit.
You can. There's a good view of it right there. 30's got some damage.
Dylan Young's destroyed.
Tim Randolph has nose damage to the front of his truck. Faith Rollins rear end damage, 24. 84, the 17 was spinning. Elijah Gilbert, Kyle Matthews, the Kentucky winner just a couple weeks ago. Vince Almerico, Jonathan Zorline, Jack James. There's what's left of Cole Deaver's truck.
No front end at all.
And RJ Reynolds and Joshua Hyatt looking to have the worst of it. Let's take a look at what happened as there were two separate wrecks coming off turn number 4 at Zenjotis. And we're back, and they were trying their best to actually make this work, and I don't know if anyone less experienced than these guys could have actually done this for as long as they were able to. But Shelton, Deaver, and Brock make contact here, and they just get locked together, and they go spinning. You see the secondary wreck. We'll get to that in a moment. But
wow, what a hard hit.
Yep. RJ Reynolds
just comes down the track. Kind of.
Same for Kev Shear. Almerigo just has the door closed on him. Baranowskis nowhere to go.
If you look at the thing, the 30 came down and kind of triggered more of the wreck right there.
And you see those three just barely make it through. But again, we'll get to that in a moment. So
up there.
Louvier getting his damage. So then the other part of this wreck kind of starts with, as mentioned there, the 30 of Samed Ozkan. And he's trying to give room to Jermaine and the line below him, but what's going to happen here is he's going to get locked into the 16, and they're going to push up the track into Kyle Matthews.
Nowhere to go, and everybody behind them's holding their breath. Oh, Zorline got involved out being on board.
Pinched. Ozkan gets turned right down into the 09, and then that's going to be a...
And then somebody plows into Kev after the wreck, but right there,
Card Pollard just barely gets clipped by the 00.
30 does pretty good out there spinning. He's just driving along after that. And then Hyatt's going to come along here and just arc a break.
Yep. And Dylan Young's going to collide with the 10 of Alexander Rowe. Amanda Shelley does a good job to get through it all.
If we keep the camera on, the 3 car is going to come along and hit somebody right there.
Right after Kev actually runs into the 09.
His own driver.
And then Louvier has pretty significant damage. He's going to get turned in all this. A lot of these, just about the door just closing on him. Gets clipped right by Faith Rollins and then just nowhere to go but to right into the 52. Good job by the 10 actually of missing it, but then just runs right into, I believe that was Card Pollard.
Well, these loves good onboards here.
Let's see. Let's double check this because Rowe makes...
Rowe got clipped.
That was a weird speed up. I thought I'd done a slow down, but...
Rowe tried a full throttle through it and it did not work.
Well, it was working until he kind of gets clipped by the 66 maybe, and then just runs right into the back of the Norm Benning truck there. So...
That's Card Pollard. Steve Pollard made it through the wreck.
Yep. And with that, let's go ahead and take some of the onboards here. We'll work our way through the pack, so we'll start towards the back with Dylan Young. Up next, Chris Louvier. Onboard Sky Commons. Onboard RJ Reynolds. And finally, onboard Elijah Gilbert. And we are back on lap number 7. Joshua Hyatt, RJ Reynolds, Cole Deaver, Vince Almarego, Kev Shear, Chris Livier, and Dylan Young, the retirees from this race. Johnny Gardner is the race leader over Stephen Paul III, James Qualls, Seth Cole, John Irvin, Tom Shelley, Sabrina Rogers, Steve Pollard, James Shelley, and Max Anderson, the top 10. Zach Flickinger, Binky Olivier, Joshua Osborne, Zachary Fitzwater, Chris Wilson, Trevor Germain, Alex Perkle, Sky Commons, Delon Ebrahimian, Preston Plord, the top 20. Sam Young, last week's winners in 21st. Alexander Rowe, Tim Randolph, Samet Ozcon, Amanda Shelley, Card Pollard, William Brock, Jessica Shelton, Faith Rollins, Lafode Sacco, Alger Baranowskis, Elijah Gilbert, Jonathan Zorline, Kyle Matthews, Jack James are the lead lap cars that are still running. And I mistimed this because we're only going through turn number 3.
Well, so RJ and Kev having problems, so that's going to leave Commons, Sam Young, and Tom Shelley to move up in the standings.
And with Zorline and Hyatt both having issues, as Zorline was in the wreck, so he might be off the pace. Not going to help the one-win clubs that are in the drive to win a wild card, which were Preston Plord, who was 11th in points coming in and 3rd in the wild card chase. William Brock and Max Anderson, 4th and 5th respectively in the wild card chase. They were down 19th and 20th in points coming in. And Steve Pollard, who was then 6th in line, he was 26th in points coming in. Jessica Shelton, the only other driver with one win, who was also top 30 in points. She is 29th in points and 7th in line for the wild card coming into this one. All of those drivers that were just mentioned with only the one win actually now, as of right now, needing a second win just to be in the consideration, with Zorline and Hyatt not being in the top 10 in points. As the pace track will pull to the left, leaving the field under control, the Miller Lite Dodge for Johnny Gardner. And we are back to racing in the NRSL 250.
Now let's see now. Now let's see what moves drives believe. A little more conservative. It's still going to be crazy.
Wasn't expecting Irvin to go to the outside line, and definitely wasn't expecting Steve Pollard to make a move like that.
Well,
he nearly tried to take out Sabrina Rogers, it looked like.
Well, Sabrina needs to sell. That's to be the way Sabrina's season's be going.
Meanwhile, Binky Olivier will pass the 0 of Joshua Osborne, and John Irvin losing spots now on the outside line as he was not able to get back in front of Tom Shelley.
And Steve Pollard tried to that was the worst move I've ever seen.
James Qualls goes to the outside, or peeks to the outside of the 0-1 truck.
At least to the bright side about wrecked cars this track, we'll probably not see damaged cars.
You say that. We'll give it a moment. We'll give it about a lap, and then we'll show the back of the field just to see who's off the pace, as James Shelley looks for 3rd right now. Now Seth Cole looks to block him.
It is a 5-mile track.
Yeah, it's a 5-mile track. And
it'd be a little. It's hard to get lapped.
It's harder, but not impossible, depending on your speed.
And Johnny will.
Zorline's only going 194. Tim Randolph has no front end.
Yes, they're losing the draft. That's tough for Randolph. As Johnny Gardner will prove me wrong, he will lead a lap under 3.
Meanwhile, also drivers still trying to sort their mess out, a little bit of who's faster than who. So there's also that.
Now this pack right here, these 20 guys are definitely going to be in there for the win.
Is it? Yeah, is it 20? Let's see. Yeah, 21.
So this pack will fight it out for the win. Everybody behind them are off the pace.
So top 21 with a shot at the win. And that does include still Binky Louviere. So.
Well, we're going to put up a GoFund if Charles gets fined if Binky wins.
I'm going to try and keep it under control. We'll see.
As Stephen Paul, James Qualls goes to the Wallace. Here comes Stephen Paul the third in the 01, trying to get his second win of the year.
Yeah, and trying to no, that would be his first.
Actually, trying to go for the clean sweep this season in all 3 series.
Okay, that would be a little bit better. I think he's already got it because I'm pretty sure he's already won in all 3 series. But
now, if these guys wreck, it'll be a little disappointing because these guys got clear of the field, so they're trying to keep under control.
Well, I mean, it'd be harder for him to get 7 wide with a pack of 21, but it's not impossible as Johnny Gardner continues to lead.
I mean, Binky did get 5th place at Ricky, so anything is possible.
Well, I mean, meanwhile, Johnny Gardner, the Brad Keselowski fan, driving a Brad Keselowski themed truck, is playing the role of Dale Jr. out here.
The Pied Piper, yes, and I was very wrong. I thought there'd be a lot of lead change, but I guess not.
Yeah, apparently not, as the battle currently is for second between Trevor Germain and Stephen Paul III.
As Sam Young, he was 11th place in points 2 weeks ago, now up to 5th. He's definitely making moves.
And there you see Befode Sacco back there with 31 trucks. So, yeah, 21 truck main pack, as now Stephen Paul III has gone to the inside of Johnny Gardner.
The Pied Piper finally died.
Finally relinquished the lead, as now we might be able to see some more lead changes.
Whoa!
And yeah, so Germain now going to be 3 wide with Sky Commons and Johnny Gardner battle for second.
Sky looking for 5 bonus points. That's definitely going to help his case to get to the points lead.
Well, he's looking for it. He's not going to get it this lap, I believe, as coming to the line now. Cross flags shown to the field. Pollard was 5 bonus points.
And help Paul's case out. Paul, the 01 team's been running a lot better the last few weeks, so I hope they can keep it up.
Meanwhile, Sky Commons will take the lead now and have to try and hang on to it for a full lap. Easier said than done.
Yes, he is.
And right now getting help from Delon Ebrahimian, who's going to have Sabrina Rogers to his inside, as they are 4 wide right now.
I don't know if you noticed, but Sabrina Rogers was at the back of the pack. Everybody went a little high, and they just flew at the bottom.
And yeah, I think there's still only 4 wide back here, but it's a little bit close around the 24 truck.
I hope they don't wreck it. They're going to have some plows from that secondary pack.
Yeah, true. Chris Wilson going to go to the inside, and he's going to go to the lead.
Chris is below 30th in points, so he's definitely looking for a good run.
Below 30th, I mean, that is a true statement. He's 31st in points coming in. So the Quaker State Chevy, back-to-back poor seasons right now, as they just have not been able to get things going.
Here comes Binky.
As for next season, Hendrick Motorsports deciding to scrap the idea of the 5, they'll bring the 24, is what they're planning to do. Rumors are that they have a driver, but nothing has been announced as of yet. Meanwhile, Sky Commons does lead the lap, 5 bonus points to the 77. And yeah, I'm not going to try and mention it. James Qualls are looking for second.
And of course, Steve Paul is going to be pushing Binky Louviere.
Now going for second is the 57 truck. James Shelley going to throw his name into there. And battle for the lead.
I mean, that bottom line is so king in turn 1 and 2.
So battle for second between James Shelley and Sky Commons.
Lord help us all. It's happened.
And it's not going to last for long as James Shelley now inside of that truck for the race lead. With help from Joshua Osborne.
Is there any rain on the track?
There is definitely not. Bright sunny day here in New Mexico as Osborne now goes for the top spot on James Shelley.
Osborne, another one of the. I think this is the only Jennifer Joe Cobb truck in the field.
This season, yes, it is.
Sam Young trying to be like Jonathan Zorn, like a back-to-back win. Just imagine the difficulty trying to get back-to-back wins then built to the road course.
It's difficult enough just to see someone do it at Charlotte and Vegas. Meanwhile, 5 bonus points to James Shelley. Delon Ebrahimian deciding he didn't want to be behind the 69 truck.
He didn't want to see Kiss. Max Anderson, you know, you talk about Anderson, he finished 12th at Kentucky and had a top 5, his first top 5 since the Daytona win. The 92 team's been running up here a lot more the last few weeks.
The Chevy factory team, SS Racing, right now has 2 of their drivers decided for next season, apparently, is what the rumor around the garage area is. Again, nothing has been announced on that as of yet. SS Racing has expressed interest in actually are all the factory teams in this. They've expressed interest in expanding to 4 cars next season, so time will tell if that actually comes to fruition.
I'd like to also mention that the bottom 3 guys in the points are in this pack.
Yes, Binky Louvier, Sabrina Rogers, and Zachary Fitzwater. And actually make it 4 of the bottom 5 when you include James Shelley in this pack.
Poor Faith Rollins.
Yeah. Meanwhile, down the front straightaway now, they're going to be 3 wide with 7 laps to go. Joshua Osborne leads the lap.
We got 7. We got 35 miles to go here.
Just under, as it's actually just under a 5-mile track. It's close enough to basically be a 5-mile track.
Trevor Germain, he made an announcement. He's looking forward to the Indianapolis weekend for sure.
As right now, still running in second behind Osborne. The battle is for third between the Shelleys, Tom and James.
Tom definitely having a lot better season in trucks than he does in the Cup Series right now.
Yeah, not hard to either.
Behind the Germain, I believe Germain only has that 1 top 5 this year, so trying to look for some more.
Correct, and actually only has 2 top 10 finishes for the entire season so far. So, I mean, just finishing second would be a great run for him. They're not really in the wild card hunt because, obviously, with drivers needing 2 wins to make it, he'd have to win twice in the next 7 races, including today. As James Shelley goes for the 2nd spot now.
Now, you know, also look like a lot of the pack, the tires are starting to wear, so nobody's running those crazy 3 and 4 wide. Everybody's kind of just like mellowing out.
Which is good for the field as well. So. Clicked out of the game, apparently. Whoops.
James Shelley, here comes Gardner back, the Pied Piper.
Yep, as Osborne led the lap, it's now the Ream Chevrolet who leads, as here comes Gardner now.
The real question is who's going to pace himself from the bottom, because if you get to that bottom group, you're going to have a shot at this.
And where do you want to win? Because with this smaller pack, it doesn't take as long to actually get up to the front.
Well, now that Kyle's won, the guy who really owing a top 5 or even a win is Seth Cole. He's definitely, this series owes him a little bit now.
Well, I mean, he is the Season 3 champion, so I'm not sure how much the series really owes him. It's just been a difficult season for the former champion.
Yes.
As Osborne right now all over the back bumper of that Ford truck.
Zach Fliggins coming off only his where's Zach? Second top 5 of the season, trying to get a third one right here.
Irvin trying to position himself towards the back of the field. He actually was going up to the top of the racetrack there to the last corner.
Yeah, you just gotta be on that bottom groove if you're gonna have a shot. Turn 1 is gonna be your key on the last lap.
And now off turn number 4, 5 laps to go in the NRSL 250. James Shelley leads right now.
Now something's gonna come to the bottom. Now Johnny's not leaving that yellow line. That experienced veteran right there, not doing that.
As right now it's veterans first and second on that inside line, although just we say that, Johnny Gardner goes up to the outside line to block Shelley down the back straightaway. Now pulls back in front of the 22.
Now it's gonna we'll make a prediction for the win. Now it looks like Pollock's gonna throw up to the high side right there. There's 2 Flickingers in the lead back.
And right now, getting to about the point where you might be thinking you want to be on that inside line right at the back of the field.
Definitely for sure is now Johnny blocking every lane.
Gardner was able to do that earlier, doing it again as Osborne was quick to get back to the inside line. He's now back up into second.
Is Osborne in the Hooters series?
No, I don't believe so.
Well, is Osborne trying to go for a cup and a truck sweep this with season 2? So let's see if Osborne can get up there and try to pass the Pied Piper here.
Meanwhile, the top 3 kind of separating themselves a little bit. Top 4 are single file. Oh, never mind.
Well, Charles is the massive jinx of the century.
As Osborne now goes for the race lead, there are 4 laps to go at Zenjoltis.
Now, if you have a win at a plate track, that gives you pretty much a lot of confidence. I think that's giving Max Anderson some confidence right now.
As he's now showing his muscle with that SS Racing Chevrolet, the Shell Pennzoil Chevy, trying to get into the top 5 for the 2nd straight time, as it would be just their 3rd of the season.
Now we look at who's at the back of the pack here. Oh my God, Binky might have a shot at this.
Well, unfortunately, it's not easy enough to really get to the back of the pack.
I like where Binky is. I like where Sabrina Rogers is. Alex Perkle and Tom Shelley right now.
Yeah, basically right in this area where the 157 are. I think that might be a good spot. Who knows? We'll have to see. Well, then again, actually, they're making ground up pretty quickly. A little bit too quickly, if you ask me.
Here comes Binky.
Ooh, that's gonna not able to be there.
Such some great help right there by the back of Jermaine, Steve Pollitt, Sabrina Rogers leading that bottom line right there, trying to get a good push.
The field is 4 wide again.
Now, you gotta remember who can give the best push. That's what's gonna help the lines move.
As Osborne in the best spot right now out of all of them, single file and out in front.
I don't know if it's the best spot because she's gonna get booed if Binky passes him.
3 wide behind him, basically. And now Binky makes the move for the race lead. Okay.
Steve Pollitt just crapped his pants right there.
And Sabrina Rogers sticks the nose inside of that 57 truck as the field is dreading everything.
We're dreading all my decisions.
Lean. 5 wide at Zenjoltis once again.
As James Squall's really trying to make moves up to the front.
Well, they got back down to 4 wide. Still side by side for the race lead. As the bottom 2 in points are helping each other get to the lead.
Now, if I was Sabrina, I would not help Binky out, but...
I mean, can't lose a spot to Binky in one race if you actually finish right behind her, so...
So Binky Louvier...
It's a 100-point gap between the 69 and the 1 truck.
Yeah, so that would have to finish. Now, anyways, Binky Louvier is going to officially lead a lap under Green in the truck series.
Yeah. Oh, they're wrecking! They're wrecking, coming to the line, and they're pitting.
And Binky Louvier is going to win this race.
No, we're going to go to a green-white checkered. Caution flag flies.
Well, that
So
was definitely the big
that
one.
happened. The wreck coming off of turn number 4, coming to the white flag as the leaders had to pit.
That's what definitely caused the wreck, probably.
And what's interesting about that is that means that if the drivers can get the cars back out there, they're still able to be eligible for the green-white checkered.
Well, that's going to be a crazy 2 laps then.
Somewhat. I mean, they made it 2 laps to begin the race, so...
Somebody got drilled in the door, though. That was a hell of a hit.
As Sabrina Rogers was first off pit lane. And I guess now we can go back and try and find out what happened to bring out the yellow. Right after I cut away, I noticed this. Tom Shelley is out of fuel in the 97 truck.
He's not going to make it back.
There's no way. This is in turn 3. That truck is coasting. Is anyone else out of fuel? A little bit of a disagreement here between Shelley and Gardner. Trevor Germain might be out of fuel.
That's a tough break for Trevor.
Well, actually, no, that truck's holding 90. Okay, never mind. A little bit of a disagreement between Seth Cole and Delon Abrahamian over position as well.
Now, is everybody going to pit? That's the question. Now, this is where they're going to line up with the green-white checkered.
Yep. And so with that, we'll quickly take a look back at what happened and then see
hold on. The 0 truck's pitting.
Is he? I mean, they're coming to what would have been the white flag here.
Well, they wouldn't run that low on the track if they were pitting.
I'm so curious about the 2 truck and the 30 truck back here.
Now this is going to be very interesting.
0
pits.
Osborne's pitting. Sky Commons is not.
Is slowing down like he's out. Oh, now he's speeding up.
So
white flag is out, and I don't know what's going on.
White flag's being displayed, but remember, we do run the green-white checkered, so this isn't the actual white flag lap.
Yes, this is to determine the lineup for the green-white checkered. So this is going to help Binky out. I think Binky entered a closed pit, though.
Problem is, I think the officials are going to be looking at it as just it was an emergency circumstance, and they were kind of committed to pit lane off of 4 already.
Now, Tom Shelley better hope he can make it back, or he's not going to be in the
the problem is he still has to be on the lead lap.
Yeah, that's the thing. So now we look at the leaderboard. Sky Commons is leading.
And we still have to look at what happened to bring out the yellow.
I think Steve Pollitt's 4th.
Well, so let's take a look back at what happened first, and then we can figure out the running order. So we'll be right back and show you what happened. And we are back. Here's what happened coming off turn number 4. Contact between the 59 and the 06 is what starts this one.
Irvin got a piece of it, and then Abrahamian gets drilled.
Abrahamian and Perkle.
Just drilled in the door.
Perkle just barely gets clipped as well.
What a hard hit.
And yeah, interesting wreck there coming off turn number 4, but a very simple one too. So with that, let's take you back to the restart as we get to figure out what the running order here after this one. One last thing on this, we didn't realize this one, but after the caution flag came out, Faith Rollins crossed the line right into the back of the 06, and actually both Germain and Rollins would retire out of the race due to that incident.
This is why, and then Kyle.
Well, Kyle gets into it, but actually doesn't retire, so he is still going to be in this one, actually, on the green-white checkered. With that said, though, now we will actually get to go to the green-white checkered, and me and Steven get to go through the fun stuff of setting that up. And we are back here for the green-white checkered. Sky Commons will lead us down for 2 more laps. Actually, going to bring back up the points for us. So a couple screen freezes there because I was having to move that around. Whoops.
This is going to be hell.
Green flag is back out. Who's going to win at Zenjoltis?
Well, you know, it might be 3:30 in the morning, but I'm ready for excitement here. Max Anderson, the Daytona winner, trying to get the run on Commons here.
Well, not able to get there yet. There's no opening. Sky Commons clears Ebrahimian now as there are 32 trucks, 32 drivers with a chance to win at Zenjoltis.
Well, I'm going to definitely tell you it's not going to be Jerry. No, well, maybe Jerry got down to the inside.
That's James Shelley.
James Shelley, Jerry.
Also, it's not because James Shelley's up on the outside line.
So Kyle Matthews on the bottom. He's trying to go for 2 out of 3 here.
Zachary Fitzwater pushing the 92, the 2 Chevy drivers on the inside line.
Everybody's got a shot here. Oh, God. Everybody getting crazy. Here comes Soarline down there. Soarline coming back.
Yep. Right now, top 3 are single file. Never mind, as Fitzwater goes to the inside of Anderson now.
If he wins that, talk about a wasted win right there.
Oh, boy. There's leaning. That's the 69, the 2 truck leaning there.
Well, Binkies might definitely not have the chance then. Baranowskis, I think Baranowskis has won this season, hasn't she?
She has not. As right now into 3rd, only 2 top 5s, 4 top 10s for the 17 truck. Now looking to the outside of Fitzwater as they come off turn number 4.
Alexander Rose on the fence back there.
Doesn't matter. The white flag is out for Sky Commons. White
Do they
flag.
make it back?
No one wrecked that first lap.
Here comes Ozcon.
The 30 truck now to the inside. The Clorox Chevy revealed recently that's going to be William Duncan driving the 34 Germain. Someone was on the apron somewhere. Johnny Gardner, Alex Perkle have wrecked.
That's a tough break for Johnny right there. But here comes, I think Sam Young is coming in the pack. Everybody's got a shot here.
Ozcon now pushing the 59 truck. Can they catch the 77?
77 looks really strong right now, but Ozcon trying to make it stronger.
Ozcon makes the move.
Can the 59 get the run on the bottom? That's what's going to be key.
Right
Blocked
now
by the
it
77.
isn't. Sky Commons might be able to pull this off.
If he leads, that's going to be some great moves right there. As can he do it?
It's definitely not something I thought would happen. I thought for sure he was going to be a sitting duck some point as they're side by side for second down through turn 3.
At the 77 blocks here, he's got it.
Is this turn 3 or is this turn 4?
I don't know what turn it is.
Oh, it's turn 4. So
here we
off
go.
the final corner. And it's going to be Sky Commons who's going to win the NRSL 250.
As everybody's scattering positions here. Good win by Commons. Great mirror drive in there.
His 2nd win of the season.
Jonathan Zerline from 30th to 7th. Card Pollitt back to the top 10 right there. That's Card Pollitt.
Fitzwater, his first top 5 of the season and only his 2nd top 10.
And that was a great driving by him. Jack James, we don't mention him as the front. He got a top 10. Kyle Matthews in the top 10.
Looking through the rest of the field, not really anything notable. Johnny Garner still hasn't even finished.
What's notable is Irving finished 26, so we will definitely have a new points leader going into next week.
Well, yeah, I think it would be Sky Commons would be the next one you look at, so the gap there was 89.
Where did Sam Young finish?
That would be 13th.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough to get the pass.
Well, he was a point behind the 77 entering anyway. As Gardner will limp across the line at under 100 miles an hour, and this one is in the books.
Tough break for Johnny there.
So he limps across the line a full minute behind the rest of the field. So Sky Commons, the victor here today: Samed Ozkan, Zachary Fitzwater, Alger Baranowskis, Amanda Shelley, Chris Wilson, Jonathan Zorline, Kyle Matthews, Jack James, and Card Pollard, the top 10. So Matthews going to make some more moves up towards the front of the field. That's his 5th top 10 now of the season.
Not bad.
So, I mean, if he can make it top 30, who knows? He might be able to give it a run. I don't think he'd actually make it in there, but you never know. Qual's still going to have to wait another race for that first top 5. A 23rd place finish, not going to be what he was looking for today. But some of the people in front of him definitely ran into problems. Zorline should be able to move into the top 10 in points. With that, I think I'm going to hand it over to Steven for his final thoughts.
Well, it was definitely a good race. Good job by Collins for mirror driving. Some great comeback stories in this race. Tim Randolph got back up to 22nd after his damage. We've been watching the truck race the last few weeks. It's time to get those Hooters and Cup cars back, so I can't wait to see that. We'll be going to Barber, Lime Rock, and Indy, so it's going to be an exciting few weeks.
Also, Twin Ring's still coming up.
Twin Rig 2 and Indianapolis, and then Dover will be the next truck race schedule. So good job for that. The points lead is definitely getting tighter, and for Hyatt, that's not what he wanted, but Sky Commons joins the 2-win club sorry, I can't talk. It's 3:30 in the morning.
2-win club, basically.
The 2-win club. Ozkan here in the 30. That's only his. Where is Ozkan?
That's only his second top 5.
Second top 5. Baranowskis, that's his third, or her third, and Amanda Shelley. That's what Amanda needed to get in the top 5, 10 in points, with Chris Louvier, Strubbles, and Tom Shelley. So the points are definitely going to be very interesting after this race.
Definitely going to have a shake-up. Sky Commons with the momentum now heading into what will be almost a month-long break for the Truck Series. An unplanned month-long break, just saying.
Yes.
But you'll see why that ended up happening when we get the Cup Series up. But yeah, so congrats to Sky Commons on the win. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't today for more racing and gaming related content. I'm Goran Fan201 for Steven Pod 3rd. This has been a production of the NRSL. I'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.